So if you're asking why the camera is so far back, that is a good question, my friends. Well, you already know because you clicked on the freaking video. Yeah, it's that big dude. Well, he's not big, but his box is big, and yeah, we get Megatron with a spark, and then Laserbeak, and then all these lovely product shots. And then on the back of the box, you get that. All of those, all of this, all of that. Transformers Action Edition number 2, G1 Megatron Transformers Blokees. I guess this is 40 years of Transformers. Yep. So, without further ado, let's crack open the box. Alright, so first off, standing part of the throne. I think this is a light system with a Decepticon logo. Next, more throne. Followed up with more throne. Red with silver. Silver and black. Silver, gray, and black. I think he may be a little bit bigger than I expected looking at him. I think this is gonna be like a Mega Megatron. There's this little spark. Yeah, I think this Megatron should be a little bit bigger. Yeah, because there's his legs. Shit. What did I get myself into? All the effect pieces and pieces for Laserbeak. Battery instructions telling you how to remove the battery and take it out and replace it. In multiple languages. Same thing, just multiple languages. Or if you know how to do that, who cares? And then the lovely booklet with Transformers Action Edition. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be a small Megatron from looking at everything. I'm gonna try and make this a speed build. I'll probably end up doing his throne first to get that out of the way, to be honest. Because I think his throne... Oh, hey. You can store the gun and the little spark in his throne if you want to. And then you can take off his arm cannon and put it on there. And then you can change pieces to Laserbeak part replacement, which is basically replacing his legs, where he can sit on Megatron's arm. Huh. Interesting. And then it tells you what pieces you do need and don't need. Huh. Okay then. So yeah, I think we're gonna start with his throne, just to get out of the way, and then start working on him. I don't know if he's gonna be the same size or a little bit bigger. We'll find out. I'm not gonna open the packages and go over what color the runners are. You guys can see that during the build when camera's up, pointing down. So yeah, see you guys after this nightmare. So I want to note something. This is supposed to sit in his hand or his arm, and it's already that big compared to that. And then his legs, they're almost the size of... So he's going to be a little bit bigger than I expected. I think he's going to be bigger than them in the high grade kit. I don't have a master kit to show off. So this is going to be interesting on how big he is, because if that's the size of his leg, one of his leg armors. Yeah. And this is supposed to sit in his hand. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be smaller. But we'll put him right there with the Turtles and Howard for the time being. Let alone, that's his throne? How big is this guy gonna be? There's no freaking size on him. No 1/100, no 1/14th. Beyond Infinity, the legendary the legend of Cybertron. I do not see a size scale on this dude. Chest and eyes have lights that can glow. Unfortunately, that chest piece is not lighting up, so the battery is probably dead. And this is a figure from last year, but how big is he supposed to be? I mean, I think the majority of what's right here is for Laserbeak. So that makes me wonder how big the G1 Soundwave and Optimus Prime is going to be. If they're going to be this big, I'm going to have to put those guys up and leave these guys on the back. Well, let's get back into the build. And holy crap, he is done, guys. And he took a minute. Like, he took a hot minute to get done. Well, let's go over everything we get. We get a classic I don't care face. The angry scream face. I put the sadistic face on him. We'll go over articulation. We get Laserbeak with him. Yay! You do get 2 different legs with Laserbeak. Try and get his head back on. There you go. You get these legs and then regular legs where you can sit down. I have these legs on because what I'm going to do is pop it on his arm. You get a lovely sword. That transparent purple, a little bit of silver, and that dark purple. Pieces for his forearms you can pop off to attach Laserbeak or his giant cannon. And from what I know, you can move this part in and out, I thought, and these go up. I don't know. But it's in that nice black with that gunmetal silver and that red, and then a transparent blue piece. And that attaches onto his forearm, and you can take. Give me a quick minute. Give it. He was fine with me. To make his shoulder cannon, because if this is the Gen 1 Megatron, that means his transformation is that handgun. And then you get Energon or Energy Mace. And by the way, he does have his axe. So you get that Energy axe, or the Energy Mace, or Energon Mace. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's Shockwave in his hand. Oh. I thought it dropped back in the box. No, it fell on my zipper. There are some pieces that you get with him that you do not reuse. Other than that, I have no idea who this little guy is. But he's funny. I guess his pet. And then you get a camera, and I know that's 3 Decepticons that transform and combine into a camera. I can't remember who. And then you get a stand. So I thought his batteries were dead, but I was wrong. I showed it in the speed build. It's a magnet in there that turns them on and off, which is cool. You can have this arm on here, or this piece that will hold onto his waist, or there's another piece right here that you can put on there to have Laserbeak on. But this is simple enough to do. You just open that up, you grab him, and it's supposed to hold him by the waist. But yeah, he can stand by himself, and there's pegs in there to hold him up. So we're the just back in the box. His throne. Cool little gimmick, if I remember how to do it now. The seat is supposed to come up somehow, like so, and you can store, I think you gotta take it apart, store his energy sword, the blaster. I'm not sure about, oh, maybe if you rearrange it, I believe you can get all in there. As his beam sword just decides to say screw you, I'm gonna go flying. I believe you can just take it all apart and put it in his chair. Oh. It's a slide. And there you go. All of his extras are in his chair, which is cool. You can even put the faces in there and all this other, well, goodiness. But let's take everything back out. The camera I'm going to leave in the throne because honestly I'm not sure what the camera's for. I guess he can hold it if you got posed right in his hand. But yeah, so let's you can switch out the head, the faces, but you have to take the head apart, which I'm not going to do. But within his hands, there's a peg that goes in that slot, so it's literally... Wait. Come on. Like so, and you can close his hand up around it. And he can do the boogie boogie, stab stab, boogie boogie. Oh, touche. Stuff like that. You can have him holding the gun. That with his mace, you just pop out his hand like so. And pop it in like that. And voila. Megatron with his mace. He looks like he's having fun. But enough of that. And it is articulated on multiple spots, so you can get some cool poses with it. You can roll it up, put it away, like so. Excuse me, Kaza. Lord Megatron, I need, thank you. Just throw that all back in there. Same thing with the gun, just slips into his hand, which I think is cool. Now, I'm throwing all this in here as well. And now we drop it all down to the throne. Like so. And we'll pop that hand back on and we'll go over articulation. But I'm going to leave those two pieces out to show you guys how to put them on. So, looking at that head, you can look up that far, look far down, that far down. Fortunately, because how bulky his chest is, you can't look that far down. You get a 360 at the head. you can go giddy goo quagmire. Rotation at the shoulder. You get about that much of a bend at the shoulder because of his armor. His arm can go that straight. Bend there. Rotation at the bicep. His hands on the ball joint. Each finger. I don't know why that just happened. He's just pulling two on me. Oh well. Each finger besides his thumb is on a joint. So you can pose his fingers how you want. You can have him with an open hand. Though you can go high five if you want to. I am going to have his hand in a certain way, to be honest, because I'm going to have him in the throne. Doing this number with little Sparky. I don't know what the hell this thing's name is, but I'm going to have him on the throne holding this little guy, which I don't know. I don't remember him. I don't. But that's how I'm to have mine, is doing that number on the throne and then having this hand down, and then I believe, I don't remember, I believe it's that part right there that you take off and Laserbeak sits on. So kind of like that number. But let's, I don't know why that's not staying on. These two pieces do move up about that far. His back pieces don't move back that far. His side armor goes like that. You can get full splits out of him. Close those back down. That much of a knee bend. Leg that far. You move that. Leg that far. His foot is on the ball joint, and you can pose his foot. Can't really turn it that much because of these side pieces. There is that hole for his stand. Now, if I remember right, I gotta remember where it's at. I think I found it. I'm just trying to remember how to remove said panel. There we go. You just grab the back of it right here and pull it up, and there you go. I believe this is the panel that I need. And you just drop that panel in there, like so. And his arms decide to say, nope, not today. I guess I'm not to have the way that I was thinking. So I'm gonna have to have him like so. And then Laserbeak can just peg in like that. Which is so cool, in my opinion. And the same thing can happen on this arm. I believe it's this. Yep, this one. You grab it right here where that spot is. That seam. Pop that in. It's a giant cannon. And voila. you have G1 Megatron fully done. But if you don't want that, you can always take it off, put the solid panel back on, which I'm going to be doing. You can, woohoo. That was not supposed to happen. I'm trying to get it. Okay, well, I'll fix that later. You can put this back on here, but if you flip his throne around, you can see right there. His gun pegs him right there, like so. So let's try and get this. There we go. That panel out. That panel in. Now you can leave that on his gun, or you can put back in his back. It is up to you. Display as you wish. It is your toy. I'm going to get him to sit down in his throne. It takes some doing, but we'll get there. We're getting there. I'm not sure if he's sitting right or not. I can't tell. And then we just put him right there, and voila! There is our G1 Blokees Megatron done. I have nothing bad to say about this. I just thought he was a bit smaller. To be honest, it did take me a minute to get him done because I had to keep on pausing to look at pieces and food and bathroom breaks. There we go. No, Sparky. There we go. Now that's evil. I think I'm gonna have it like so. Oh, hey, it turned off. There we go. Now that's evil. I am gonna try and get Sparky in a bear send up position. Like so. There you go. But yeah, this was a really cool build. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it does turn off by itself. Okay, cool. Yeah. Size comparison, he's a lot bigger than, I mean, here, let's just, the throne's bigger than a high grade Gundam. They're not even the same size as the throne, and that throne's made to sit him. I mean, there's a barball. My vape. A Lego Venom minifigure. Which, hey, let's... Can I put him up there? No. There you go. Epic. Epic thing. Wait. I gotta do this. There you go. And we'll put Sparky. Apparently I didn't want to be held by Megatron. It's like, nope, I retire, bye. Yeah, I really like that. I know I need to use him more often in my videos because web slinging Venom, and majority of my clothes are Venom. But anyways, here's one more size comparison. My Venom coffee cup. Yeah, that should say. But how is it that his throne is moving? He's not. I don't understand this, but whatever. I love it. The G1 Soundwave is coming up. We are getting him. So he'll probably be following this video, following Bumblebee, RC Mirage, and Scourge to complete that set back there. Well, I should say that set, but he was in the movie. He doesn't count, but he's there. Yes, I have 2 Transformer 1 figures because it's my favorite duo, Soundwave and Shockwave. So, anyways, this is the G1 40th anniversary Blokees Megatron. Just remember to hit that bell, subscribe. No, thumbs up, bell, subscribe button. Oh, that thumbs up, subscribe button, and bell icon. There we go. I got it right. Shh. Shop. Don't say anything. Don't. But to be honest, I love it. I still don't understand why he has a camera. Like, is he paparazzi on his free time? Never mind, we're not going there. So, anyways, this is your web sling Venom. That's a Blokees G1 40th anniversary Megatron. Yeah, see you guys next time.